It is a time-tested saying, an age-long saying that the rich befriends the rich. The poor befriends the poor. Birds of the same feather flock together. Just this last weekend, President Tinubu and Mr. Peter Obi, they met here at the Vatican in company of Mr. Kayode Fayemi. And you know what happened? Guess it. These guys exchanged pleasantries. They were happy to see one another. They shared moments of a free air of friendship. Maybe not friendship, but just at ease with one another. Guys, I can't stop making this quotation by Mr. Barrister Bamidele Farotimi. Don't die in their war. There's someone or a class of people the Yoruba people call Gbaranmi Teleru. That is when you ask someone to help you with something and they are crying more than the bereaved. All right, let me just put it that way. Someone that is more concerned than the person that is affected by the matter. While the followers of President Tinubu and Mr. Fayemi and His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, while their followers are busy bickering, hating, fighting one another online, you can see these guys, these gentlemen, loving up, cozying up, exchanging pleasantries. And that is a lesson for people of all generations who come online to curse out one another, to insult one another. As a matter of fact, if curse was something that sticks to people, and if the curses that some people have, incurred online is anything to go by, honestly, by now, many people will never be able to do well again for the rest of their lives. Why? Because they have been cursed out by other people online, right? They have been cursed out by their own fellow Nigerians online because of their love for one candidate or their hatred for another. So, if you follow Dele Farotimi's prescription, there is no politician in Nigeria that is worth dying for. That is what Dele Farotimi meant when he said, don't die in their war. And if people will live by that, if they will remember it and commit it to heart, trust me, nobody will die in the war of these politicians. Nigerians won't sit online just, abusing each other, cursing each other, being bitter against one another. The 2023 presidential election, or election generally, actually created a very hostile and toxic and caustic environment in Nigeria. I don't think this country has ever witnessed such level of acrimony, such level of hatred, such level of bitterness, such level of, I don't know which word to use again, bickering, such level of, serious aggrandizement of citizens against one another. And look at the players in that particular election. These people met one another on a neutral ground. If it is not even Rome, this political class, they are a class. Don't forget, they always have things to do together. Don't forget what happened during Babangida's book launch. all the generations of politicians from old to new, when we were growing up around, during my undergraduate days, we had those who were called the new era politicians, right? And the new generation, whatever name they give themselves, grassroots or anything. And the old and the new, birds of the same feather. Don't forget they are called political class for a reason. Political class for a reason. Political class. Class means class. It means more than one person is involved. It means a set of people that have something in common. They have power in common. People are just the tool in their hands. They are the horse, they are the vehicle that these human beings, this set of leaders, they ride to power. They ride other people to power. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand it. To them, these politicians, politics is a game. And we are the pundits, the people who are the citizens are I don't know how to put it right now, they are the tools in the hands of these politicians. And a lot of times, these politicians, they don't have any other business. They are career politicians. They are full-time politicians to the extent that people, if that is their career, if that is their business, then it means that people are the commodity that these politicians trade in. So there are people in Nigeria who have cursed each or one another out that they will never be able to become friends again, the level to which they have shown bitterness against one another. But look at Tinubu, look at Obi, look at Fayemi. Fayemi, who will be said to be, Tinubu's, they were together in the guerrilla warfare on the Radio Kudira then, during the Nadeko struggle. These guys that they fought the military together, and suddenly this same Fayemi will not even want to have anything to do with Tinubu. And the last election, he also wanted to be president. And after the election, he has not, been complimentary towards Tinubu. He has not said anything nice about the man. It's always about showing his disinterest and bitterness and things that, paints Tinubu in bad light. Mind you, this guy wouldn't have become, well, God knows the journey of everybody, but you can say that Tinubu was instrumental to his emergence as governor, 2 times governor in Ekiti State, under the same party that Tinubu, formed, was at the leadership of the same APC. But you know what happened? On the day that the Pope was being inaugurated in Rome, Tinubu was present, Peterobi was present, Kayode Fayemi was present. And what happened? When Kayode Fayemi cited Tinubu, right, he was in company of Peterobi, Fayemi was in company of Peterobi, right? So former Governor Kayode Fayemi, he now said to Obi that, come, let's go and say hello to Mr. President. Let's go and greet President Tinubu. This is the same Tinubu that Obi will not acknowledge as president, and the people, the obedience will not acknowledge as president until maybe gradually, now that, there's no other way around it. Up to today, people believe that President Tinubu stole the election, and it's not their own president. But you know what happened? The moment of meeting Fayemi, Tinubu, and Obi, it was a moment of humor. It was a moment of civility for them. Now, Onanuga, who happens to be special assistant to the president, media, he said that Fayemi cited President Tinubu where President Tinubu sat with other leaders. When Fayemi cited President Tinubu, he asked Mr. Peter Obi to follow him, to pay homage. Mark those words. Homage to the Nigerian leader. What happened? Obi agreed. And on getting to the president, Fayemi broke the ice between Obi and Tinubu, and he said, breaking the ice means he was the first to speak. Fayemi said, Mr. President, welcome to our church, and thank you for honoring the Pope with your presence. Now, you know, President Tinubu is a quick-witted person and very jovial. He responded, I should be the one welcoming you and Peter. I am the head of the Nigerian delegation. And you know, that's kind of funny. The president remark cracked Obi up. And Obi agreed with the president and said, yes, indeed, we are members of your delegation. It's just on a lighter mood. Both Obi and Fayemi, they are devout Catholics and Papa Knights. And if you know what Papa Knight means, that is one of the highest honor you can have in the Catholic Church. Now, the same Mr. Peter Obi, you can see his good heart and goodwill, and the fact that politicians, they don't fight behind the scene. Why they fight publicly is because of power, tussle, and national cake. They disagree to agree. Why their followers disagree to disagree and disagree. Some people will never agree to each other till they get to the grave. Obi said on his X handle, today's event was particularly special as it marked the beginning of new papacy. According to Peter Obi, he said in that X post, I exchanged warm greetings, for emphasis, warm greetings with President Bola Tinubu. I say again for emphasis, Obi said, I exchanged warm greetings with President Bola Tinubu, hear the rest, and was pleased to see the diverse gathering of world leaders and pilgrims who came in faith and unity. Guys, this is just to say that the bitterness, the cantankerous nature, attitude, and hostility, beefing, all this shoulder lifting, flexing, annoyance, bitterness, pain, curse, and so much negativity online, physically. There are people that will never patronize other people's business, some other people's business, because they are on the different sides of the divide. There are people that will never appreciate one another. There are families that are broken. There are in-laws that have destroyed their good relationship. There are friends, schoolmates, alumni, business partners, church members, pastors that they will never, they cannot even see the people that they were close with before face to face, just because they are so bitter irreconcilably. They can't ever look back and heal up from the election of 2023. For your information, the newspaper has it. Today is the 19th of May 2025. And the news has it that Mr. Peter Obi has agreed to be the vice presidential running mate to Mr. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Let me take it this way. Former Governor Peter Obi, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. It is in Punch today. And you know that all these things starts as rumor. You will first hear unconfirmed reports, this and that and everything. Then you know that it will eventually become news, and there is no smoke without fire. And never say never. Never say die. Nothing is impossible with politicians. When I captioned that story some moments ago, I put a question mark, because until Mr. Obi comes to make a press statement, we may not be too sure. But rumors always have roots, just like there's no smoke without fire. And it's like if they work together, they can wrestle power from Tinubu. This is the same Tinubu that Obi and himself met, and out of their own maturity, instead of beefing each other like people will do online and in person, Nigeria is so divided along political fault lines. But look at the leaders. They are in a world of their own. How you will know is when their children have weddings, when they have events, you will see all of them, they are zero party neutral, right? The only thing they wrestle for is the power. And when the election is over, they come together again. And that's how it is. Of course, they may serve different interests and ideologies, but in politics, they say there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. This is just a message to people, all 4 generations, that engaging online should be done intellectually. It should be done in a way that we can disagree to agree, and we can just at least separate the issues from the individuals and personalities and stop all the attack on one another. It's not worth it. Look at the leaders. Look, are they leaders or dealers? Look at these political players and personae themselves. They are always in one accord. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Please help me subscribe to this channel. Please support my channel. Please subscribe. Help me click that subscribe button right now, and also like this video and share this video. Mr. Peter Obi and President Tinubu, they met today on the 19th of they met at the Pope's inauguration. Very cordial. They exchanged jokes, banters, and they laughed. And I hope that spirit can be spread among Nigerians, even though they disagree, even though they are still going to contest against each other. It is not the end of the world for them. And it shouldn't be the end of the world for the rest of us. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I will see you. Thanks for watching this video on the next one. Thanks again for have you subscribed? Thank you. I'll see you on the next one.